can't hear you, baby. I'm sorry.
I don't know what else to do.
I thought that we had some sort of game plan.
I told you what I needed. You said we should make a list, but yet you don't. Seeing the counselor's not gonna it's not gonna do it. It's not alone. I know. We gotta change how we do things, and I want to trust you, and I feel like all the trust is gone. All the fucking trust is gone in the relationship because you keep splitting.
I'm not gonna be in a physical fucking altercation with you.
Then don't.
You fucking hit me last night. You fucking...
What about all the other times you split? Come on, you cannot act like that's about that. It's
Well,
not.
we're on a plane, I can't split.
No, and you hit back, so don't act like you don't fucking
I
participate.
pushed you.
That I understood at the time was to review the case materials and provide my opinions regarding anything that I noticed that was consistent or even inconsistent with the psychological science that exists today on intimate partner violence in Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's relationship.
All right, you used a phrase there, intimate partner violence. What are you talking about?
So there are a multitude of different definitions depending on the source or the state, but essentially intimate partner violence is abuse. It could be physical, psychological, and it's from one partner to another in an intimate relationship.
The door is still gonna hit you. I did not. I swear to God. I mean, that did not. It was not my intention. I think I remember when the door scraped my toes.
Okay. So you told him in that excerpt that you hit him with the door but did not intend to hit him, correct?
The recording speaks for itself.
Did you say that?
I said whatever I said in that recording. I
Okay.
don't. When you play it for me, it's hard for me to remember every single.
And that's a recording marked as exhibit the punching.
Q, that we
Q.
just played.
Q. Would you continue to listen to exhibit Q?
Are these from the same day?
I reacted, but this whole the door thing. I remember. I never did that. That wasn't on purpose. I might have done it on accident.
Okay.
But
Let's say that was an accident. I then stood up. I don't even know if I said, I might have said, like, what the f, you know, whatever, because I just been hit in the head with the corner of the door.
I'm so sorry. I did not. I'm sorry.
And then I stood up. And then you clocked.
I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing.
That's exactly what I just told us.
And I'm really sorry about hitting you with the door or hitting your head. I did not mean to, nor.
You didn't mean to hit me in the head with the door, but you meant to
I did
punch me in the jaw.
I meant to hit you, and I did not do this thing with the door. I do remember. I did mean to hit you.
So that you didn't mean.
The door? No, God, no. I didn't.
But punching me in the jaw.
I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry.
So on the tape, you tell Johnny Depp that you did mean to hit him.
Objection, that's argumentative and it misstates what the recording was.
And it also misrepresents.
Yeah, you've come here before. Last time and another time, and then last night.
You've done this several times, and
went to
getting
other
me a
rooms.
room. I mean, getting another room at a hotel is just the same thing.
When did I get another room at a hotel?
You text Steven or Nathan in Toronto to get you another room. It's chronic. It happens all the time. And if you do it to go into another room, you do it and you get dressed.
You were fucking screaming at me.
I'm not going to validate my actions last night. I feel very bad.
No, I'm talking
how I
in
reacted.
Toronto. It's not true. I'm not the one who fucking throws fucking pots and
Those are different.
whatever
That's
the
different.
fucking else at me.
That's different. That's one does not negate the other. That's irrelevant. It's a complete non sequitur. Just because I've thrown pots and pans does not mean that you come and knock on the door. Just because there are vases does not mean that you come and knock on the door.
Really, I should just let you throw.
I'm not saying that. You're saying that. You're putting words in my mouth and then making non sequiturs.
I'm giving you a situation.
No, you're trying to justify how you don't or do come to the door
No,
based
I'm
on whether I throw pots and pans. It's irrelevant.
No, I'm justifying how you seem to think that there's this cowardice in me that runs away and I don't fight for you.
And you're justifying that by saying I throw pots and pans? Okay, cool. Let's talk about everything you do wrong.
I'm not the one who fucking did that. I didn't.
So that makes sense. That's clear. Yeah.
The only time I ever threw anything at you was when you fucking threw the cans at me in Australia.
Why are you trying to justify who throws things based on whether or not you come knocking on the door?
Because that is a fucking irrational and violent fucking maneuver. So a man would want to get out of that area so that he doesn't get so fucking angry that he actually does pop the fucking wife.
How does one inform the other?
Oh, man. Go home and listen to the tape. Please. That's what they're for.
Yes. You listen to the fucking tape.
Oh, I'm gonna.
So will I.
Whatever, that's when you get fucking, you get something from it. And then you start going mean, and then you start saying insulting things, and then you start, really not, you can't resist rubbing someone's nose in it once they say, sorry I did that. You just you can't, it's like a scab. You can't help but pick. You gotta it's like you get something from it. So, I won't say sorry anymore. I won't be earnest anymore. I was trying to be humble. I thought it would work for us because ego, pompous fucking attitudes don't really work so well for us. So I was actually trying to say, sorry, you're right. Sorry, I was wrong. Sorry. What do I get for it?
All I said was sorry becomes just a go-to sort of thing to fix, to patch it up, to band-aid it.
Heavens forbid I try to band-aid this.
That becomes almost meaningless.
Oh, yeah, it seems really meaningless to try and fix something that's broken. That's really meaningless, huh? Heavens forbid I try to fix it.
Saying it has a meaning.
Who says I don't mean them? Only you. Only you. So you know how I feel, how I think. You know better. And you want to tell me you're trying to be earnest and humble? Are you trying at all to be earnest and humble and real and earnest? Have you ever tried that? In a fight when you're hurt? When you're angry? Have you ever just tried to be stronger than that shit and just be earnest?
What do you think I've been doing? Insulting you? Is that insulting?
Heavens forbid I try to put a band-aid. Don't you fucking give me shit about saying sorry. As if that's a bad thing. As if band-aids are a bad fucking thing. You know what we need? We need that. We need humility. We need fucking humility. We need to be able to say sorry to each other.
Let me tell you something. If you remember, but it couldn't have been even 2 weeks ago, we had a talk where I said to you, listen, I feel like I keep saying I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry for everything. I've been saying that since I was a kid, just to fucking get through this shit. I'm sorry.
I have to be the strong one. It means every time I have to fight for our relationship, and you get to be lazy. You get to be cowardly. I don't know what it is.
What are you here for? What do you need me for?
Once again, I am fighting for the relationship.
With a guy that you don't fucking trust or like? Why?
I did not say I didn't like you. I love you. You're my favorite person in the world.
I don't see how
I remember what I said at the beginning. I'm sorry you feel like you can't imagine it. But I said this to you at the beginning of this conversation. I said, you're my favorite person in the whole world. If you weren't the most magnetic, shiny, beautiful, interesting, dynamic person I had ever met in my life, it would be so easy to walk away from this.
Basically, I didn't want him to find out online that I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically saying I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
You slipped up there, didn't you, Miss Heard? You let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
TMZ is the same outlet that you released the video of Mr. Depp attacking the kitchen cabinets the day before this deposition was taken, wasn't it?
I didn't do that. I don't
TMZ
know how
owns
to do
the
that.
copyright to that video now, doesn't it?
I have no idea what TMZ
Did they
owns.
pay you for that?
I never got paid for it because I had nothing to do with that.
So TMZ was just lucky in getting the inside scoop to your divorce from Mr. Depp, huh?
I have no idea. It is not, that's not my area of expertise. I wouldn't even know how to do that. And also, what does that get me? If I wanted to leak things about Johnny, I could have done that in a much more successful way, in a bigger way, for years.
Not
and
when
years.
you were extorting him for $7 million.
I got a fraction of what I was entitled to in the state of California, by the way. Right. What extortion? At that time in 2012, when he was drinking, eventually that became, him accusing me of cheating. I'd defend myself. I'd say, that's crazy. You're wrong. I would never, the normal things. And it would escalate to the point where he would push me or shove me down, and then I'd get back up. And this happened several times. That's why it's not more specific, I suppose. When I'd get back up, I'd look him in the eye. I made a point of getting up and looking him in the eye. It's my way of defending myself at that time. And I'd look at him, and he'd ask me if I wanted to go again, and shove me back down. Eventually, he just hit me. Remember, he hit me in the face when I denied having an affair with my ex-wife, my ex-partner at the time. And he said he had proof. I denied it. And I was walking out of the bedroom, slapped me across the face. I turned to look at him. And I said, Johnny, you hit me. You just hit me.
Say not, and then lose all rights to everything. Laura Wasser had proposed that I leave, not proposed, I'm sorry, said I would have to leave. I'd be kicked out, be evicted, so Rock and Josh and everybody, evicted within 21 days.
No, but I told you, last time we spoke, I told you that you were fine. You stay there 2, 3, 4 months, whatever, just figure it out, we'll figure it out. You stay there, you be...
I thought that too.
That being your own.
21 days. I'm being called a liar and a gold digger, and I'm not lying about any of this, and I am not after a dime of your money.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything, and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Didn't get it, wasn't interested in it.
Then if it is a plan, I'm going to put makeup on myself and take pictures throughout years and just sit on it for years. While having this like imaginary life run parallel to it. Do you understand that?
So I felt kind of safe in saying, okay, let's have a talk, or, yeah, we'll talk. I think I know I just wanted to see him, and he comes over, brings me gifts. He brought me a couple of cases, actually, of that Vega Sicilia wine that we've heard about, which is a really nice, expensive wine that I could never, at that time, dream of affording,
God, I fucking sometimes get so mad I lose it.
It's not right what she did and what happened.
No one had ever in 5 decades accused Johnny Depp of being violent with a woman.